He kept biting his tail again and again. It wasn't just a small nip, it was something deeper, something he couldn't control. He spun in circles endlessly, chasing his own body, hurting himself every time. His tail was raw, his fur stained with blood. No one knew what had caused this pain, but the sadness in his eyes told a story. He was suffering in silence, trapped in a loop of confusion and pain. Every bite was a cry for help. When someone finally saw him like that, they couldn't look away. He wasn't just a stray dog wandering the streets. He was a soul falling, apart right in front of them. The rescuers came gently, not wanting to scare him. He was scooped up with care and rushed to Manali Strays, a shelter known for taking in those no one else would. The team there saw the damage immediately. His tail was in bad shape, his eyes tired, his mind not at peace. The dog was placed in a quiet room at the shelter, a safe place where he could finally rest. But even there, he kept spinning, biting, and hurting himself. It was heartbreaking to watch. The team knew this wasn't just about physical wounds. Something inside him was broken. Maybe it was trauma, maybe fear, or maybe just too much time spent alone, without kindness. But they didn't give up on him. Day by day, they tried to comfort him. Gentle voices, soft hands, warm meals. They stayed close, even when he tried to hide or push them away. Slowly, he began to respond. The spinning slowed down. The biting became less frequent. His wounds started to close. It wasn't fast, but healing never is. What mattered was that he was no longer alone. And for the first time, he didn't feel like he had to fight everything on his own. Weeks passed. The dog started to change. He didn't flinch when someone approached. He stopped spinning so much. He looked around curious. He began to trust. His tail, what was left of it, began to heal. He was calmer now, more settled. His eyes, once full of panic, softened. His body finally started to relax. Then came the day the team decided he was ready. His wounds were healed, his spirit stronger. It was time for him to go back to the streets. Not because they didn't want him, but because there was no permanent space left. And maybe, just maybe, he could find his way now. The car ride back was quiet. The dog clung close to his rescuers, as if he knew this goodbye might be the hardest one. When the car door opened, he stepped out slowly. He looked around. The streets were the same, but he stood there as the car pulled away, eyes fixed on the fading figures of the people who had saved him. He didn't chase after them. He just stood still, tail still, heart full. For the first time in a long time, he wasn't just a dog hurting himself. He was a dog who had been loved, even if just for a while.